Hi, Phil Davis here. I just wanted to follow up from our productive call and elaborate a little further on our services we are offering you and your business generating new inbound inquiries. Have you ever wondered how to help more people find your website? Well, here at Optimax, virtually all our customers are part of our 13-year success story. To help clients successfully increase web traffic, one of the best ways to do this is through what's called search engine optimization. Let's get started. As of today, there are over 130 million registered websites out there on the internet. To sort through all that, most of us rely on search engines to find what we want, and these search engines have become so good that over 90% of people using the internet rely on them to find things. Now, there's lots of good search engines out there, but about 83% of people worldwide use Google. So that's what we'll use in this video. But just keep in mind, the concepts we're discussing apply to all other search engines too. Companies can pay Google to place ads, otherwise known as pay-per-click or AdWords. But more importantly, the section most people care about is natural organic results. This is the list where websites are most likely to contain what you're looking for. Here's the important part that most people just don't know. Over 94% of people use Google only click results on the first page. If they don't find what they're looking for, they usually don't bother clicking on subsequent result pages. Instead, they typically prefer to just adjust their search terms and start from scratch. And of those people who do click on that first page, most only click in what sometimes is referred to as the golden triangle, or top 3 or so results. In fact, 63% of people just click in there. This is why optimizing your website for search engines is so important. If your website isn't showing up towards the top 3 results or so, if it isn't even in the first page, it's almost like your website doesn't even exist. It's what we call a sleeping giant. Are you aware that there are approximately 3,000 website optimization companies in Australia? Now, as an example, we searched on Google for one of our services, which is exactly that, website optimization. And we got back about 49,900,000 website results. It's not exactly a small number. As you can witness for yourself, here we are Optimax at #1 position at the top of the Google organic ranking list. Have you ever wondered why some websites show up on this first page and others are stuck way down at the bottom of the pile? Well, a site's position in search results is determined by what's referred to as page rank. Every website has a ranking for particular search terms or keywords. In the beginning, the first search engines worked by tracking all the words on web pages. So you search for website optimization. You get back a list of websites containing those 2 keywords. And websites that had those words written most often were ranked higher, and they showed up towards the top of the results page. Well, in 1996, 2 Stanford PhD students noticed that while they were researching academic papers, that sources that contained a lot of keywords didn't necessarily mean that they were more relevant. What mattered a lot more was whether those papers were cited often by other papers, so they applied this citation concept to web search. They suggested websites that were backlinked a lot, that is to say, were referred to often by other websites, were more likely to be relevant. That's how Google was born. Search engines today all follow this same model. They still look at your website's keywords, but they rank your site's relevance on number and quality of backlinks to it from other websites. So think of it like this. Keywords lets Google see your site and know what it's about. Backlinks determine how much Google trusts your site to be relevant. There are 2 corresponding components to search engine optimization. First is on-site component. This is where you ensure your site has relevant keyword content. that's relevant to what your site is about. So for example, if you sell accommodation in Sydney, you want to make sure congruent keywords are on your site like accommodation, Sydney, best hotels, absolute beachfront, affordable accommodation in Sydney, things like that. The second component of search engine optimization is called off-site optimization. This is where you work to create backlinks to your website that originate from other sources. Links to your site can be created using articles, social media blog posts, discussion boards, and so on. But keep this in mind, the more influential or legitimate the website is that links back to you, the more effect that backlink from that site it's going to have on your search result ranking. So that's search engine optimization. It's super important because it helps you to move to the top of the search result. And since almost everyone relies heavily on search engines to find anything online, optimization is the most effective way to increase traffic to your website. Good optimization has a lead up time, so the sooner you start moving up the results ladder. I hope this video information assists you with basic overall understanding on the fundamentals of search engine optimization. Any further questions, I'll be happy to elaborate on our next call. We're here to help with all the aspects of our online exposure in generating new inbound leads for you and your business. Onwards and upwards.